Let's talk some Colorado Buffaloes recruiting. Coach Prime and the Buffs are hitting the portal hard. Yesterday, we saw the addition of quarterback Kaidon Salter, and there is more to come. We got Jake Schwanitz from DNVR back on the show. Great to have him back. He's fresh off that Heisman ceremony in New York City. Glad to get him on here and talk a little transfer portal. But first, hit subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel. This is the best recruiting channel on all of YouTube. And right now, we're giving it away for free. Right now, you can subscribe to this channel for absolutely free. All right, let's bring in Jake Schwanitz, DNVR. Jake, what was it like when Buff Nation took over the streets in New York City for that Heisman ceremony last weekend?
Oh man, that was just a historic moment. It was a moment that made the entire community just, filled with joy and proud. Just seeing Travis, everything that he accomplished, everything that he had to go through, all the injuries, having to enter the portal and, make that decision. Do I follow Coach Prime to Colorado? Do I, get tempted by these bags that are getting thrown at me? So it was just a very proud moment for everyone. It was electric out there in New York City. And Travis, he had everyone just smiling, grinning ear to ear after he finally brought the hardware home.
Man, it's just incredible. So many full circle moments. Travis Hunter, like you said, making so many decisions along the way that people would criticize or critique, whether it be, spurning Florida State for Jackson State at the very last minute, whether it be to follow Coach Prime, whatever it was. It was great to see him there, but it was great to see the DNVR crew there as well. Like from an outsider perspective on my angle, I'm watching you guys follow this Buffaloes team. Just what's it been like for the last 2.5, 3 years covering this program?
A whirlwind. It's been a lot of fun too. I started in 22, so they were terrible. And we kind of knew we were going to get a new coach at that point. And just as things started picking up with the rumors of Coach Prime, it all just started taking off. And it really hasn't stopped since. It's been, a dream. It's been all those words. So it's incredible, man. There's no team that I'd rather cover. It's the most fun team, I think, in the country. I don't think any other locker room has as much fun as them. And they just make it fun every day in and day out. There's always something going on. So keeps you on your toes.
Yeah, you guys have a great time with it all. All right, let's move on and talk a little transfer portal. Does this offseason kind of have like a different feel to it? I know Travis and Shedeur are moving on, but it just feels a little calmer. Is that just me?
Yeah, I think you are onto something. Every offseason has been different the last 3 years. And, when it comes to attacking the portal too, you can tell that they're attacking a different caliber of player. This time around, third offseason for them, they are going for the best of the best in the transfer portal because they want to fill out this roster and think they can, win a title with what they have if they just supplement it with some of the best players in the transfer portal. I think we're up to 17 transfers out right now. I wouldn't expect that number to balloon up much more. But of course, there's going to be that spring portal time. So you never really know around then. But I think the days of, 50 kids entering the portal every offseason from Colorado, I think we're settled down now.
Yeah, I think people expected Coach Prime to churn this roster every single offseason. But in reality, he wants that continuity. He wants guys contributing year after year. He doesn't want, a new face at every position every year. So I think we are kind of seeing that. Now, we knew that with Shedeur moving on, that they would likely take a transfer portal quarterback. They did just that on Tuesday. They land Kaidon Salter. Why is he a good fit for the Buffaloes?
He's a veteran. He's played a ton of football. And, with Julian coming in, he's obviously kind of a phenom, all the talent. All the buzz that comes with him. He's a perfect fit just in terms of the personality, how he was raised and all that. But Kaidon Salter is the perfect fit in terms of the experience, in terms of what he can just do on the football field with that dual threat ability. Shedeur is a pocket passer. I don't think, if you watch a Colorado game, it doesn't take you that long to figure that out. Mm-hmm. But with that dual threat ability, I think you can kind of make up for what you're losing when it comes to Shedeur, his processing ability and just comfort in the pocket, with Kaidon Salter's mobility and just ability to make plays with his feet. So it'll be interesting. They like to run a lot of RPO stuff out here in Colorado. Shedeur obviously going to throw a lot of those. But with Kaidon Salter, it adds just a different dimension. It's going to make him harder to defend this upcoming season, of course. But just the veteran presence, I think, is the big key here. They wanted a guy, ready to steady the ship kind of, because as you mentioned, it is a transition year, losing
Yeah.
Shador, Travis, and a lot of vets. I think it was around 20, 21 seniors in total. So now you bring in another guy with a ton of experience. You see Jordan Seaton already FaceTiming him. I think it just puts everyone at ease knowing that you have a veteran at the quarterback position.
Now, when Kaidon Salter was committed, when he committed to Colorado, I think a lot of outsiders are saying, "Oh, wow, well, what's Julian Lewis going to do? They signed a elite quarterback out of the high school ranks. Is this going to change?" We got to assume that Coach Prime's talked to Juju about this, and I would also assume that it doesn't mean we won't see Julian Lewis on the football field next season, right?
Oh, most definitely. Of course, Julian is very talented, but make no mistake about it, the Buffs had to just upgrade the overall talent in their quarterback room going into this next season.
Yeah.
They got lucky last year with Shador, being able to really take every single snap, or every single meaningful snap. This next year, you don't want to just go in, hoping, putting all your chips on Juju. 17 years old, he is kind of a phenom, but that's a very risky spot to be in. So now you kind of just level it out. You have some experience to fall back on. And now you have a quarterback competition. I mean, that's something that everyone's going to be talking about from now all the way up until, week 1, probably into maybe October of this next season, because I don't know if this competition is going to be just, set and done at week 1 or when we get to week 1 this next season. So I think Julian was ready for this. I think Julian is ready to come in and compete too. I think he just has that personality type that I'm ready, to go prove that I can do it. I don't think, they're going to give him the job. I don't think that's how it works at Colorado. So Julian's up to the task, and he knows that he's going to have to earn this starting gig at some point, whether it's week 1, week 4, if he has to sit the whole season, that's just how he's wired. So.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what Coach Prime wants at every position. I don't think he wants guys just sitting there thinking, I can kick my feet up all spring because I got the starting job. So I definitely think, and like you said, at the end of the day, you can't just have one quarterback in the room. You got to have a room because guys get injured, things happen. So, all right, let's wrap it up with this. What more do you think Colorado needs to do in the transfer portal to feel like, okay, we've met our needs?
Yeah, good question. I think they could further address the interior of the offensive line. Carter Miller is the one offensive line signee they have right now. He plays center. They're going to lose Justin Mayers at guard. And they've just been searching for answers at guard ever since Coach Prime has gotten to Colorado, the last 2 seasons. So they're going to try to address that, always defensive line and edge. But wide receiver, I think, is another position that they really want to go and get a veteran, kind of like Kaidon Salter, to solidify that wide receiver room. There's a ton of talent that Colorado has at wide receiver. It is a lot of younger talent, though. So you go get a guy, Kevin Concepcion is someone who's still out there, someone who came and visited recently. We'll see what happens. He wants to take other visits and all that. But I think they really want a top-tier wide receiver, again, just to solidify the room, give them, an ace at that position room. Cornerback, I could see them attacking as well. And they're just going to attack all over, honestly, Josh. I mean, they're going to attack for depth. They're going to just try and upgrade at every single position. They've done that the last 2 years, and they're not going to stop now.
All right. You guys talk to Jake and I in the comment section. Who do you think? Who's your biggest target left on this transfer portal board? Let us know. Comment section below. All right, Jake, you guys just keep on living the dream. We'll keep on following. It looks like you guys are having a blast. Thanks for taking some time to drop by the Inside Scoop today.
Absolutely, man. Always appreciate it. Thank you.